天下流亡，我随你同往。过千山，行万江，我怕忙荒漠上花在岸。爱与恨，太凌乱，千看聚散，风行云为淡。春秋长，终能与你浪迹红尘一趟。
What is it? You want to kneel like what they're doing?
Your Majesty, I'm sorry to disturb you, but the ministers have been kneeling for 4 hours outside already.
Your Majesty, please enter the morning court.
Didn't you bring out the edict of the Grand Emperor to make me ponder over my mistake?
Shaoqi's coming with his army. We don't know what he wants. We beg for your forgiveness for what we have done, and beg that you attend.
Your Majesty, please enter the morning court.
It's raining quite hard. It feels wet and cold, doesn't it? When your body is cold, fire can warm you up. But when my heart is cold, how can I warm it? All of you get up and get changed. We'll have the meeting at Taiji Hall in an hour.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, I don't think that we should even welcome Shaoqi. We should strictly order all battalions in the capital to guard the gates and entry passes coming in, and stop Shaoqi's army at all possible cost. And also, while doing that, order all lords in Jiangnan to come and support us with their armies instantly.
Ha! But all the troops in the capital are weak and useless. Few soldiers have fought in a war. How can they even fight the Ningxu army in that state?
Since Shaoqi started leading his army eastward, we've already sent many orders out and around, asking every lord in Jiangnan to come and defend His Majesty. However, up until now, all the lords didn't take any action at all.
We can't count on them. All my uncles are expecting and praying that Shaoqi would overthrow me, so that they can fight for the throne themselves. Wen Zhongshan,
My king,
What do you think about all this?
your majesty, personally, I think since Shaoqi will be coming here with his army, why not just take the chance to make a decree? Let him come with his army. This way, he doesn't use his army without authorization. First, we'll defend his reputation. Second, we'll avoid being humiliated.
Wouldn't we be fooling ourselves then? How can the Imperial Court
agree.
yield to a man like him who's coming from a lower class as us?
That is right.
But Duke Wei, who in the Imperial Court can stop a man like him from a lower class as us?
Lord Zhangsha,
My king,
what do you think?
I agree with Prime Minister Wen. Be kind at the beginning and let him come in. Then after that, he won't be able to cause trouble.
What you say is true. We will have to avoid public humiliation. And we should not be controlled by a general. Wen Zhongshan,
my king,
I agree with you. In such situation, just seize the momentum. Order Shaoqi to come to the capital with his army then.
how... And how about Shaoqi's crime of treason?
His crime will remain as is. He should know by then that I'm showing him mercy. And whether he was wronged or not, he should be judged from the result of the investigation.
Yes. Wise choice, Your Majesty.
Wyan! Wyan! What if I wear this to welcome the Lord and Princess tomorrow?
Oh, it looks great.
What's wrong? The Lord is now well and coming back with the Princess. This is such a great news for us. But why do you seem so unhappy now?
The Lord and Princess are coming. Of course I'm happy about it.
With you and Lord Yucheng working in the court, all of those noble clans won't look down on lower-class generals again.
Yusho.
Hmm?
Tell me, no one can support the lower class. But Lord Yucheng? Is that what you believe in?
That's right. Because he was the first lord who rose from being poor, making him the best in the low class. Back then, poor people like you and me always felt that those noble men and noble women looked down on us. But ever since he became Lord Yucheng, everyone from the lower class saw a glimmer of hope.
Can I be someone even better than him?
Wyan, you've been doing well all this time. You're his most trusted subordinate.
That was back then! Yusho. What I meant is that, right now, he is still Lord Yucheng. And I am Count Sui now. I am no longer his subordinate. Do you understand that?
Wyan, you've never talked or said anything like this before.
Yusho. Back at Mount Lianyu. After everything that happened, I was thinking, if Lord Yucheng was really dead, what should I do then? However, now he has come back. That means we should obey him. Like what we used to do before. Is that what this means?
Yes. He can't do without you.
Your Majesty, Lord Yu Chang has already reached the capital. Your Majesty, will you go welcome him?
Prime Minister Wen, don't you forget. That man is still convicted. Meaning he's not a lord. Much less lord of Yuchang. And you expect me to go there and welcome him? Then what will the officers think of me? What about the people all over the country? Besides, 100,000 soldiers. Just what does Shaoqi want to do? Take over this place? Or take the capital as its Ningxuo? 100,000 soldiers, Prime Minister! He is threatening the court. Threatening me!
Forgive me, Your Majesty, forgive me. Please don't be mad. I didn't mean you have to go there. It's just I thought that, to deal with Shaoqi, we should first try to reassure him. Mount Lianyu's case isn't resolved yet. We've relied on him, his great skills, and his Ningxuo army for many years, for Hulan's invasion as well as domestic rebellion.
I understand you say this for the sake of the court. And for my sake as well. But you are pushing me to yield to that Shaoqi. I can't do that.
Your Majesty, forgive me for saying this, but you know she is Shaoqi's wife now. If you can't forget her, I am afraid Shaoqi will...
Cannot forget her?
Your Majesty, I visited the Empress Dowager simply because she was getting worse. I have no other purpose.
I understand what you speak of. Don't talk about forgetting old feelings and fooling yourself with that. If you can really let it go, it means your affection isn't deep enough. About welcoming Shaoqi, I won't repeat myself. Let Lord Zhangsha handle it.
Yes, my king. So what are we going to do now? I'm still confused. I need to think about this. This is all very confusing.
Can Lord Zhangsha be entrusted to do this on his own? What if he can't persuade him, and Lord Yuzhang grabs the chance to rebel? We are outnumbered in court that we can't stand a strike. What are we going to do, Your Majesty?
What should we do about this?
If you're really that worried, Secretary Gu, why don't you carry the Imperial Seal, go to the gate, and hand it over to Lord Yuzhang yourself? You...
Wang An, what time is it?
Well, Master, it's around 7:40. The princess is coming back. Would you like to see her?
That's right. I do. Ao's coming back. Let's go to the Imperial Garden. I'd like to shoot some arrows.
They've come.
Yes, Your Grace. Shaoqi and his army are outside the capital. Lord Zhangsha is welcoming them.
And Wang Shen.
She also has returned with Shaoqi, my lady. Your Grace.
Leave me now.
Yes.
Brother,
Awu,
is everything all right with you?
it is. I'm glad to see you're all right. I was worried about you.
How about Jing?
Oh, don't worry. I have everything arranged. Shaoqi, right now, I'll read the Imperial Order. I have to fulfill my responsibility. Shaoqi. Shaoqi. You must kneel. Huh? It reads, Mount Lianyu's case is still not clear, considering that Shaoqi has served 3 emperors with many military achievements. I spare him the accusation of treason. I shall allow him in and let him live in his mansion. But before the case is closed, he shall have no title, no position, nor attend the morning court. Shaoqi, we have persuaded His Majesty. This is the best he can do for his prestige. Lord Zhangsha, I returned here not because someone demanded me to, but because I personally wanted to. The case of Mount Lianyu is still under investigation. That's why I'm planning to do it myself. I'd like to see who on earth is, who assassinated the late emperor, who it is, who framed me with rumors and false accusations, and caused my men to be persecuted on that day on Mount Lianyu. I understand. We definitely must get to the bottom of the case. But can you, though? Can you even dare to? Just like today. Out of no apparent reason, my accusation of treason was suddenly spared. That day, I was accused for killing the late emperor without any evidence or proof, and for rebelling. So you tell me now, who then had such power for all this? Who in there had such nerve to accuse me? I understand your anger. We can talk about this later.
It's been a half a year now, since the Mount Lianyu incident. I can't wait anymore. That's why I came back here. For my soldiers, I must ask for an apology.
Your Majesty, please rest for a bit.
Tell me, do you think I can lead troops to a battle?
With your civil and military skills, you can do anything, Your Majesty.
Yan Shao, and you?
Of course, Your Majesty.
Then do you think, even without Shaoqi, I can defend Chang on my own as emperor?
Of course you can, because you're the Lord of the world.
But people say that the world can do without an emperor, but can't do without Shaoqi.
Don't believe that, Your
Your
Majesty.
Majesty. Shaoqi may be strong, but not as powerful as you.
You may rise.
Yes.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty.
Has Shaoqi arrived?
Your Majesty. Not quite yet.
So he's still unsatisfied? Even when I spared him?
Your Majesty. It seems it's still not enough.
What on earth does he want then?
Your Majesty. He wants the truth on what happened in Mount Lianyu. Your Majesty, at this moment, you will have to talk to Shaoqi personally.
He is pushing me! You're pushing me as well!
Your Majesty! Shaoqi's not alone. 100,000 soldiers are also mad about what happened back then. If you don't calm them down yourself, the consequences may be catastrophic. Awu, talk to him.
Brother, the case cannot remain unresolved. Besides, you can't take the blame for this.
Then just say it. What is it? You want Shaoqi?
Make the Emperor. Withdraw his order. I just want his word on the truth of the case. But the Imperial Court, you know how they can be. To protect its fame, the court would...
His Majesty has arrived!
Greetings, Your Royal Majesty.
Lord Zhangsha, you may rise.
Yes, Your Majesty.
You should have knelt down. You are in the presence of the Emperor.
That's all right. Since Lord Yuchang didn't kneel, no one else had to.
His Majesty decreed to let Xiaoqi keep his title as Lord Yuchang. You can stay in the capital for future work.
Lord Yuchang, you've come here with 100,000 soldiers marching behind you. Whatever your request is, I shall meet you.
I have only one request. And that's the truth of the Mount Lianyu's case.
About that, I've ordered officers to investigate it. Gu Minwen,
Your Majesty.
you're in charge of the case. Why isn't there an update yet? Is something hindering the investigation?
Well, it's very complicated and very hard to investigate.
Not even a single new finding?
No, Your Majesty.
Then do you know your fault?
Yes, I do. Forgive me.
Royal Guards, flog him 50 times.
Understood!
There's no need. Your Majesty, even if you kill Secretary Gu, there's no point to it. Will the truth to this case ever be revealed?
Lord Yuchang, what do you really want?
Like I said, I just want the truth.
The truth? I'm afraid I can't answer yet. Royal Guards, flog me 50 times. And don't stop until Lord Yuchang is satisfied.
Your Majesty!
Your Majesty, why not? Since Lord Yuchang wants the truth behind the Lianyu Mountain case, and you also want it, why not have him investigate it? What do you think, Your Majesty?
Lord Yuchang, what do you think of it?
Yes. I accept.
Welcome home.
Thank you.
Are the Lord and Princess here now? Are they all right? What did they say to you?
His Majesty went to greet them, so I didn't get to talk with them personally.
Oh. They probably went back to the mansion. Let's go visit them. I've already prepared everything for the princess's daily use.
Yusho, please do not forget that you are my wife now. You don't need to do that since you're no longer their maid.
YN. But still, we should never forget our roots. no matter what we've become.
Huh? What are you saying, Yusho? I'm just worried that maybe the both of them might be feeling so exhausted after a very long trip. I just want them to rest first.
You're right. Why did I forget that? Let's do it then. Let them rest first. And then we can visit them next time.
Princess, I can't believe you're really here now.
Madam Su, you should be happy about it. We are safe now. During this period, I'm sorry to have involved you. Look at yourself. You're growing white hair.
Oh, please, don't worry about us.
We're protected by Lord Jiangsha. No one dares to bother us.
Oh, Princess. After we all separated last time, as per your order, we found your brother in Jiangnan, so we were able to hand Jing over to him in person.
But my brother came back to the capital. So where's Jing then?
I'm afraid I don't know the details. Your brother just told us that he found a reliable family for him.
And he always knows how far to go. When I see him later, I will ask him about it.
Oh, Princess, there's this one thing Aye and I don't understand. After we separated, Jinger left with you, didn't she? You were taken hostage by Halan Zhen, but why was Jinger able to run away safely?
And she became a noble consort.
At that time, Pangui and I were asleep due to the drops. Jinger... I honestly don't know why.
And when she came back, she said you and the prince both passed away. It's also said that His Majesty really believed it. Princess, I'm sorry to say this, but I do think Jinger has been, well, behaving strangely.
Princess, you grew up with her. Jinger and you were inseparable like sisters. Nevertheless, people will always change. You cannot keep understanding every wrong thing she does.
Your maid Su Jing-er handed you over to me personally. She's been betraying you for a long time.
Your Grace, you must be thirsty. Drink some water.
I will. What are you thinking of?
How time flies. Everyone has changed.
Everyone has changed. Who do you refer to?
Many, really.
Including me?
Are you the man you used to be?
Many people do think I've changed. However, I think I'm still me. I could care less of what they think about me. I only care about you.
Earlier at the gate, you did the right thing.
Don't you blame me for losing my manners back then.
You were a little bit rude. But then again, you almost lost your life. Which matters more? Someone bullied my husband. Of course I would naturally take your side.
In the face of His Majesty, you claimed justice for Ningxuo army, which really made me
Isn't your wife extremely powerful?
very powerful. Not even Lord Yu Chang can stand her.
Many people are now changing. Will you change as well?
To you, I will never.
After all we've experienced, we finally came back. But this time I feel so restless and uneasy. I always think that there would be a bigger danger awaiting us.
I was nearly dead before. However, the person who will end up dying this time is the one behind the case of Mount Lianyu. I don't care who he may be. I will never forgive him.
Just promise me that you won't kill innocent people once you know the truth.
I know that you and Shaoqi suffered a lot. But with 100,000 soldiers outside, the court isn't easy. What does Shaoqi really want?
Yesterday he made it quite clear, right? He wants to know the truth behind the Mount Lianyu case.
He isn't using his military power to threaten the imperial power?
You also think so?
Before, nobles counterbalance imperial power. Now the military power threatens imperial power. The world has changed.
Too much is bad.
All right then, enough of politics. I don't care about the nobles or the poor. What matters to me is that you're here.
Madame Su told me that you left Jing back in Jiangnan.
I had a feeling you'd ask me about it. Yes, I left him in Jiangnan, to a reliable family, who I really trust, so don't worry.
Who is it?
Gu Wei.
Gu Wei?
Yes. Considering the relationship of our families, I asked her for the favor.
You know I insisted that I wouldn't be relieved unless he was with you. You left him with others. If something bad happens to him, who will take the blame?
Did you also tell me you wanted Jing away from politics? He really stands out with me. What if suddenly someone recognizes him? All the noble clans can cast jealous eyes on him. So I thought that maybe he would be safer left in Jiangnan. Besides, I didn't tell Zhou Yiwei who he really was.
And she didn't ask?
She did. I told her he was my secret son of a girl I slept with once.
You know, brother, your lie sounded so real.
What do you mean?
I almost believed it.
You pushed me to do this, and I didn't want to lie. But you trusted me to take good care of Jing. I just can't let you down.
You've always been righteous. I'm sorry to have made you lie.
Our father is...
Father?
唯恐泪雨沾湿你菱花，时间追逐远去的戎马。若思念尚有涯，为何刻在天下？泪可寄情难夹。
听风哭哑如千丈悲家，梦中一念你笑颜如花。此去现已怒马，归来因你温雅，心难舍放不下。等沧海洗尽了铅华，
与你花前月下。
因为你，此生才不剩繁华。等云海，烽烟淡化，
天涯尽处归家。
我们再相约于春秋冬夏。用一生的步伐，
去挣扎，去牵挂，
终为你一诺而舍别天下。等沧海洗尽了铅华，
与你花前月下。
因为你，此生才不剩繁华。当沧海已乾坤变化，
天涯尽处归家。
我们在